Hi guys, so today is gonna be more of like a personal video again. Um so don't mind my hair, by the way. I tried to do like the sock curls and stuff last night, and half of it came out, but the other half is like so dead that it just didn't work. But this is what my hair looks like when I don't straighten it, or uh when I don't straighten it, and when I don't like blow dry it and straighten it. um so I just wanted to talk about, like, I don't know, more about me, I guess. um so my mom's side of the family is uh Pueblo Native American. They're from New Mexico or whatever. And they moved here to Washington. I don't know when, don't ask me. And that's like legitimately all I know about my mom's side of the family. Um yeah, my mom has like super dark skin, like year round, like she's always got like tan skin. Got a lot of freckles or whatever. Got really curly hair, which is where I got this from. But that was like the only trait I got from her, except for the eye bags. I mean, I kind of also got like her like round kind of like face too, but that was about it. And I've also got like freckles like on my arm. Like, I used to have a couple here, but they disappeared when I got older. I don't know where they went. Um, but I've never been to like a reservation or anything, and I've never seen anybody else in our family except for my mom's brother and his wife and my mom's sister. But my mom's sister lives all the way in North Carolina or whatever, so I never see her that much. But last time she came over, she made us like these triangular fry bread type things. I forgot what she called them, but she said her and my mom grew up on them, and so that was pretty cool to learn. And they had like just like meat and vegetables on like the inside of them. I'm not really a particular fan of like Native American food though. But I can't really say much about it because I only know that much about it. So that's my mom's side of the family. Um, Pretty boring. Don't really visit them too often. Um, my dad's side is more interesting. My dad's side is from Guadalajara. My grandpa on his side, he came from Guadalajara and then he moved to California in like, I forgot, I think it was like the 1960s or something. I don't remember now. But basically, then my dad, I think, grew up in California, and then they moved to Washington, and yeah, and then my along with my dad, Grandpa had like three other sisters or three other daughters, and I call them the evil witches at times because sometimes they just like get together and then they kind of like wreak havoc on our lives. So yeah, I used to have a good relationship with them though. They always come to like every like family event. My grandpa had like a lot of family events. Not anymore though, since he passed. And his wife passed. His wife is white, and so that's kind of like why I turned out the way I am. So, like, my dad and his sisters are all like half Mexican, but they look pretty much Mexican. Like, if you like see them in a crowd, then you'll think that's Mexicans right there, whatever. And then also my cousins come around a lot. Got cousin Reyes, cousin Ruben, cousin Lupe, cousin Rachel, all the other ones, I don't even remember them. Not a lot of them live here. A lot of them live in California. I don't get why we decided to stay here after Grandpa passed, because I feel like we're kind of like isolating ourselves from not moving to California. But yeah, when I graduate here, I'm gonna move to California probably. And I don't really, like I said, I don't really see my family anymore except for my cousins. And yeah, that's about it. Growing up, I was the white kid in the family, so nobody taught me Spanish. Nobody like involved me in like the family stuff that often. So I was kind of just in the back corner like drawing stuff whenever I was at like the family get-togethers. And during like the last years of my grandpa's life, I did learn like a Spanish song for him. I did learn how to like start cooking like Mexican food that my dad knows how to make. I did try that, and back then though, I hope my grandpa knows I'm not like identifying as a guy anymore. Like I feel like he didn't like that like when he was alive or whatever. But never really talked about it. And if you don't know, I pretty much like I identified as a guy like the whole like most of my life. But when I was younger, that wasn't the case because I was happier like when I was younger. I didn't really have like an unstable like sense of identity. And yeah, I never got to see him that song before he passed. I never got to make him like Mexican meals or whatever. The first thing that we really did when we came back to his house after he passed was I made like the best sopa. I can't even pronounce the rest of it. Sopa de fideo. And it was like the best sopa I've ever made. And then we had some tequila and stuff like that, and we drank some shots for Grandpa. And Then that was when I got my cat because I felt lonely or whatever, so I got my cat. I had another cat, his name was Oreo, and he passed while I was like at college or whatever, so I never got to see him before he died. And so this cat kind of looks like him. I mean, he is black and white, but he doesn't really like have like the same features as him. And he only responds to meow. So you have to call him meow or meow meow or whatever because he doesn't respond to any other name that we've tried to call him. But we took him to Grandpa's house and uh, stayed there for a little bit. Um, yeah, my dad hasn't been talking much to the family either, except for Reyes. And I don't know. Ever since then, after my grandpa passed, and after Aunt Lola passed, and after Grandma Linda passed, I had like this newfound like sense of identity. Like I have to like immerse myself more in like the Mexican culture. So what I did is I started learning cumbia dancing and started learning like salsa and all that kind of stuff. Started practicing my Spanish more. And just like going to like a lot of concerts and stuff with Mexican artists performing. And yeah, that's helped me a little bit with like grieving over the fact that I don't really have like a family anymore. And I did get pretty good at speaking Spanish every now and then. I do a lot of practice with dancing still, and I think I'm pretty good at it. My dad, on the other hand, he doesn't want to learn Spanish, and he didn't want to learn to dance until I dragged him to a salsa class last weekend or whatever. And the thing is, with cumbia, you have to have like, or salsa, you have to have like a partner to like spin you around or whatever, because otherwise you don't learn the spins, you just learn like the steps and stuff. And so I had to teach him like how to do the spins because they didn't really see that he was like having a tough time with them or whatever. And it went pretty well. I just hate the fact that he gets like so embarrassed over like just trying to learn, even though that's what I went through too. And I just kept going. Like that's the thing with dancing, is you can't think, oh, I look really stupid. You just have to like keep going and like learn it. And yeah, I'm hoping to be like a dancer someday. I don't know, like get invited to like a cumbia event and just like get to like dance in front of everybody. But that'd be like, if I did that, it would be like a side job. It wouldn't be like my main like life or whatever. But yeah, and then just like go into more events so I can meet more people that are like me. I feel super embarrassed every time I meet somebody because they're like what ethnicity are you? And I'll be like, actually, I am white. I look white. but I do identify as Latina, and that's because, like, my family's my family's Mexican, so like you can't take the Mexican out of me. Like I've tried to just be like normal or whatever, and I just can't do it. Um, so yeah, and then people like when I mention that to them, they say, "Oh, you just look like you're like kind of like you kind of got like Native American features. I don't really like see the Mexican part or whatever." And I don't know why I turned out the way I am. I think it's because my grandma on my dad's side is white, and she's got kind of like the blue eyes and the lighter skin and stuff. And so yeah, I think that's why I turned out like that. But my brother looks more Native American than I do. Um, yeah. So I feel like it's unfair, but yeah, it's just the way I am, I guess. So that's gonna be the end of this video on my backstory. Um, hope you enjoy it.